Hello actors, welcome to my channel and another in the Actors Alphabet series. Today I'm looking at the letter E. I'm going to focus on the word emotions, but I'm also going to try and get as many other E words relating to acting into this video as I can. So let's see what happens. Now, if you've watched any of my other Actor Alphabet series, which I highly recommend you do, you'll know that I like to start with a dictionary definition. So let's see what the dictionary says about emotions. One definition is emotions are a strong feeling deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationship to others. Now, I'm interested in all three, but for different reasons. One's circumstances and relationship to others, absolutely. We need to be very clear on what those are when we are playing our characters. And they are crucial for not just emotions, but in terms of our backstory and all the things we do in the play or the TV show or whatever it may be. Mood I'm also interested in, but for this reason, it can be a pitfall. As actors, we can often focus on the fact that we get to express, oh, there's another E word for you. We get to express anger or sadness or overwhelming happiness, whatever it may be. And we can do that at the expense of the scene. So we forget about our actions, we forget about the character's journey through the scene, we forget about our objectives. And we don't effectively have the experience. There's another E word for you. We in our preparation, we decide, oh, I'm going to do it like this, and I'll get angry here, and then I'll get angrier here, and then I'll shout there, or then I'll start crying here. And so it becomes more of a product. And I think it's really important to have an experience that is authentic and connected to the reality and truth for the character. Another way of saying it is that actors try to feel, but human beings try to deal. And what do I mean by that is that, well, if we're, as actors, we're so, drawn to this idea of expressing the anger or the sadness, we forget the truth of the scene and we just play that mood. So that's one thing to watch out for. I guess the way I would sum it up is to say that emotions are a byproduct of actions. If you think of it this way, if I'm in life, if I'm going after something and I get it, well then my response to that is happiness. I've won. If I'm going after something and I don't get it, that's a loss and it will make me feel sad. The emotion comes after the result of the action. If I've been pursuing something and I get it, then my emotion is as a result of getting it. I don't apply the emotion first. Does that make sense? So that if I'm going after something in a scene and I don't get it, well then I've lost, and that's going to affect my mood or my emotion. But I shouldn't predict that at the beginning of the scene, which is another pitfall that actors fall into, is that we play the end of the scene at the beginning, and then it just becomes about that mood. The other thing I wanted to say about it is that it's really important for actors to find a way to endow, and there's another E word, to endow the circumstances of the story with a truthfulness for them, that they then have an authentic or a spontaneous emotional reaction to what's happening. Now, endow might mean you use substitution or transference or an as if, and really it's about combining the imagined circumstances of the story with circumstances from your own life, and so that you get a sense of the quality of who this person is, or what this event is, or what these circumstances are in the story, so that you then have an emotional response. Like you see on there's a proliferation of videos about how to cry on cue and how to have tears on cue. And some of that is useful, don't get me wrong, but I think that takes you away from the experience. I think it creates the product. Now, I've often used my parents in my work, and that creates, so I'm substituting the person in the scene with one of my parents. That creates a very spontaneous, organic emotional response for me. You might use something else entirely. You might have an as if, where you're imagining something, that might happen in your life and equating it to what happens in the scene, and that creates emotion in you. Whatever it is, I think it's about finding a technique that works for you, but that allows you to play in the moment. If you've got in predetermining how it's going to be, or I should cry here, or you start forcing tears, it's going to disconnect you from the audience. The audience wants to see you they want to experience you actually having an experience. So I hope that's useful for you in your work. I've thought of a couple of other acting E-words, I should say, that relate to acting. One is excitement, or excited. And I love the saying, you can't be exciting unless you're excited. So that's about having enthusiasm. There you go, another E word. And joy in your work. You know, what we get to do, I get it. It's a difficult career. It's very competitive. But it's also a sexy job, right? I mean, it's an exciting, sexy job. We don't sit at a desk all day. We do something where we get to play, we get to create, we get to participate in things that are often extremely exciting. So I think we should bring that energy and that positive, mindset with us, and be grateful for that. And that will rub off. People, connect with that and they enjoy it. So there you go. So I think we've talked about emotions, we've talked about experience in Tao, excitement, and we've talked about enthusiasm. So I hope this helps you in your work. If you'd like to know more from me, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Look out for my classes. I do online classes. And stay tuned for the next in the Actors Alphabet. In the meantime, be kind to yourselves and each other. Thanks for watching. I'll see you the next time.